Hi, Stephen here from Inexteriors Painters and Decorators, and you're watching Inexteriors TV. Right, when the client called me down here to paint this awkward window, we also noticed that the fascia walls and soffits needed doing because they hadn't been done in 10 years either. So if they hadn't been done in 10 years, nor had this door been done in 10 years, and he wasn't sure whether it was rotten in places, but I said to him, this is paintable, I don't think it's rotten in places, we need to open up the inside and have a look, but I'm sure it's just a bit flaky and nothing that a sand down wouldn't sort out.
The consequences of not painting your exterior doors every 4 to 6 years max could be catastrophic. You could end up having to replace the full door. In this case, they were lucky.
Apparently this door hasn't been opened for 10 years. So shall we open it and see? Let's see if we can get you a bit closer. You ready for the reveal? It's not even that bad on this side either.
I was almost tempted not to paint the inside.
To prep this, what I'm going to use is some 80 grit sandpaper, a multi-tool scraper, and then dust brush.
Giving it a good scrape. I'm giving those knots a good scrape. Most of them are dry, there's no wax coming out of them. I'll give the loose bits of flaky paint a scrape and then give it a good sand with my 80 grade sandpaper. Then I applied a couple of coats of knotting solution over the knots. Normally I use a brush, but I didn't have a brush, so I used a rag this time.
Right, the paint that I'm using for painting this door is the Storm Shield Johnson's Flexible Primer Undercoat, and then the Storm Shield Flexible Gloss. And the brush that I'm using is a 2-inch synthetic Hamilton Prestige paintbrush. If you would like to purchase some of the similar tools that I use in this video, please feel free to check out the links in the description below, and also if you're planning on doing any other decorating works, please feel free to visit my tool store. The links are also in the description below.
Now I'll apply the undercoat with my 2-inch brush. I apply it generously because the more you put on, the easier it is to use and the easier it is to work out, and the faster you do it as well. So yeah, there's just a fine line in between putting plenty on and putting too much on to where it's running. And the undercoat is so important for your finish, so don't go, oh, we'll get it with the gloss. Make sure you cover every last square inch of the door, because the better the base coat, the better the finish. And this is what it looks like with the undercoat. It's always good to give it a little denib, a little light sand in between coats, and for this I'm using some really worn down 80 grade sandpaper. And now we're ready for glossing the door, and for glossing the door we're using the same 2-inch paintbrush, and then we're applying the gloss on and working it out really well and laying it off, and that should take us to a lovely finish. If you would like to watch a video of how to paint a fascia board or painting an awkward window, the videos will pop up at the end of this video on an end screen. Here's a reminder of what the door looked like before. And here's what it looks like now it's finished. Thank you very much for watching.